Welcome to another Star Wars comic video, and today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Adventure series Ghost of Vader's Castle. So, let's jump straight into the story. The story begins on the planet Chandrila, in the city housing the newly established Galactic Senate, under the rule of the New Republic. The hour is around sunset, and from the tower in the city, we see someone begging for help from Chancellor Mon Mothma. Milo's sister, Lena, tries to get the Chancellor to loan her a spaceship to travel to Mustafar to try and find her missing brother. She also explains to Senator Organa, standing right next to her, that he has been missing for some time and that she has not heard from him since last time they talked, days ago. Lena tells the story of a dream she's been having, a vision of her brother being devoured by Darth Vader's castle. But despite her worries and conflicting dream, Chancellor Mon Mothma doesn't find enough justification to loan Lena a spaceship to try and find her missing brother, who may or may not be there. As the Chancellor leaves the room, she tries to ensure Lena that he will return, but Lena doesn't share her optimistic perspective on the matter. In a heartfelt attempt, Leia offers a solution to Lena by giving her directions to a local bar on the planet Amida, where she would find a pilot who would be willing to bring her to Mustafar. On the planet Amida, Lena walks through the neon-lit streets while rain is pouring down. However, just as she's about to enter, a person flies out of the door, splashing into the water on the ground, right in front of her. Curious to what all that was, she peeks around the door to look, and in shock, she recognizes someone, Jackson, the captain of the Rabbit's Foot. In the bar, Jackson is about to continue his story, and Lena wonders to herself why Leia would choose him as the pilot, given his unfavorable reputation in the galaxy. But Jackson continues his story, explaining that he keeps having a dream, a nightmare that has been recently haunting him every night. On the planet Kashyyyk, Jackson is having a troubling argument with a gray-haired Wookie. Things are escalating, but all of a sudden, a well-known face turns up behind Jackson. Han Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon, and next to him, his best friend, Chewbacca. Sarcastically greeting Jackson, Solo wonders what's going on. Jackson explains the Wookiee is preventing him from transporting Zava berries to the Hutts. However, Solo elaborates, telling him that there's a traditional festival undergoing where no transports are allowed. Because Solo is tooling with Jackson, he fuels into anger and decides to enter his spaceship, ignoring Han Solo and the Wookiees. Without consideration, Jackson starts to fly up to complete his mission by delivering the berries. But something happens to Chewie. His head starts to hurt as he screams in agony. The gray-haired Wookiee shouts in shock, realizing what is happening. Not believing in superstitions, Han Solo tries to calm them down and himself. But it doesn't work, for in a massive loud scream, Chewie's eyes turn bright and menacing, completely ignoring Han Solo calling out his name. In the ship, Jackson tries out the berries, although he spits them out of disgust from their bitter taste. But then, from a blunt force, he falls headfirst into the berries, thinking it could be a tractor beam. Little does he know that a massive Chewbacca, now a beast of evil, grabbed his spaceship, shaking him around and preventing him from leaving Kashyyyk. He runs over to his cockpit and sees from the console that is Chewbacca, holding him back, in shock, thinking they were friends. But Chewie didn't seem to care, and he crushed the spaceship in his fist, destroying it all. Even Jackson's personal droid, Mel, was trapped and squashed into pieces. Firing his blasters, explosions and destruction all around him, he finds a hole and jumps out of the ship, just in time. Landing on the ground, he starts complaining, but Chewie throws a giant metal piece at Jackson. Luckily for him, Han Solo rescues both Jackson and the Wookiee from getting hit by jumping in, grabbing them both. While Solo, Jackson, and the Wookiee argue who's to blame, Chewbacca picks up a huge tree and starts destroying everything around him, including attempting to crush Jackson and the others. Holding themselves for their daring life on some jungle vines, Han Solo believes he can help Chewie by talking to him. However, he's greatly mistaken and captured by Chewbacca. In a desperate decision, the gray-haired Wookiee hands over a big berry to Jackson, though Jackson, in denial, doesn't want to eat another bitter berry. But before he could continue his sentence, The Wookiee throws the berry into Jackson's mouth, forcing him to eat it. Jackson then feels something strange and unknown to him. Jackson, now a Titan the same size as the Wookiee beast, going head to head with Chewbacca. They start to brutally fight each other, swing after swing, causing destruction and chaos all around them. Eventually, Jackson manages to kick Chewbacca in the stomach with his best foot, knocking him down on the ground. Struggling to keep on fighting, the magic fades away, and both shrink to their normal size. But Han Solo is not pleased with the outcome, for his precious Millennium Falcon has met its demise during their battle. Fueled by anger, Solo grabs a fruit from the old Wookiee, shouting at Jackson, and eats the berry right in front of his face. Jackson begs Solo not to do anything rash, but it's too late. Now, a towering monster of evil, Han Solo screams after Jackson and chases him down for his revenge. Back at the bar, Jackson finishes his story, explaining that there's no wonder why he hasn't slept. But from behind, he hears a new voice, a voice of Lena. Lena explains to him that Jackson is not the only one having to deal with these nightmares. In her approach, she tells Jackson that Princess Leia sent Lena to him, as Lena required a pilot. But Jackson had enough of working with Leia and Solo because of the trouble they caused around the galaxy, denying Lena's request. In her last attempt, Lena brings up her nightmares again, telling Jackson that her brother also had them before he went missing. Lena is certain the dreams have a deeper meaning, something which cannot be good, something which is truly evil. Milo's droid lands the spaceship and continues to carry Milo. There, he meets up with his master.
Welcome back to Mustafar, loyal droid.
Thank you, Master. I have brought the sacrifice as you commanded.
Yes, soon they will arrive, all of them, and learn the true meaning of fear.
So, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to check out this new horror story from Star Wars, and I think this one was pretty fun, and I'm excited to see what happens next. If you did like the video, you know exactly what to do. And remember, may the Force be with you.